Hello everyone, my name is Chris, and today is a nice sunny hot day in June, and I'm at the Ron Ori Community Gardens. So I do have an allotment which I got this year. It's my first time I got it. It's cost me $75 to for me to be able to plant some stuff there. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to take you to my allotment and show you what I'm growing. So let's go. But before we go, if you're a subscriber to my channel, thank you so much. And if you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and make sure you like my video. Thank you. So let's get started. So we're just going to walk. I'm going to take you down to my allotment garden and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, let's go. So it's a very big place. I mean, like, you can look all over, and then I can see it stretches to far to that back end over there. And these are all people growing food, vegetables. I don't know, depends on what they grow. So people have various types of gardens. Some have a full load, some have like a half plot. So let's go to my garden. So this garden here, that it's a friend of mine, Mark and Kay. As you can see, it's really looking very nice. Their corn is just awesome. I can see some Swiss chard over there, and that looks like lettuce. And over here we have some flowers. I don't know what those flowers are. And right on here, I think we've got some Lucinato kale. And over that end, we have some peas, dill. That looks like a sunflower. Seems like they've grown quite a lot. So I think Mark has been here for a very long time. I think he's been over here for over 10 years. So he's a very seasoned grower. Over here you can see some tomato plants, and he did invite me to come to a tomato testing session sometime in August, when all his tomatoes have grown big. And then on this side, this looks like there's nobody on this one because it's got a lot of weeds. And there's the little white pole that you can see right in the middle indicates the number of the plot. And then you have all these like pink markers. Those mark the ends of your little allotment. So let's go to my allotment. I'm excited. So as you can see, those are some, the thing about allotments is that you get to see what your neighbors are doing, and then and you get to share ideas with your neighbors. They give you some plants and all that stuff. It's all good, and it's so refreshing coming here after work to water my plants. So yes, so I've arrived at my allotment. So from here to here, this is a full plot. To here, this marker here, and then right up to this marker there, and then we go down, further down to this marker here, this one, and then there. So we are at Ron Ori Community Gardens in Naperville.
So my allotment is a full plot.
So, and my number is 29C. So you can see that's a full plot. So what does a full plot consist of? What's kind of like, what's the size of it in terms of, you know, when you measure it? So if you're looking at if you measure it in feet, it's the length of the allotment is 29 feet and the width is 18 feet. So the total area is 522 square feet, and in terms of meters, it's 8.84 meters length and 5.49 meters in width, and then the total area is 48 square meters. So what am I growing in my allotment? I kind of like separated my allotment into like 3 growing areas. I've got this one here, and then I've got some wood chips separating to the next area. Then I've got this other one, this the second area, and then wood chips separating, and then the third area. Maybe next year I will design it differently, but if you look on my right hand side, my neighbor, I think it's 30C, they decided to do theirs in a different way. So it's like they got like a square of wood chips in the center, and then, you know, and that's how they're growing. So let's see, what am I growing? This first area, because I said I'm going to grow it in 3 areas. This first area I'm growing corn. The corn looks good, although some areas are not. So what I did with the corn, I planted it with beans, so that I think I planted some asparagus beans, so they climb. So they will climb the corn stalks. So if you look at it closely, that's one of the beans coming up, and then I've got another one right there, and you can see the corn is nice and thick, it's green. Let's have a look. There's more beans in between, so we'll see how it happens and what happens in the end, whether it's going to grow. And also, like right in the center here, we've got a lot of weeds, but they will destroy some of the weeds. So as you can see, the corn is doing great. Now, do I remember when I planted this corn? No, I don't. I didn't keep dates or any logs. I know I've got a friend of mine, Natalia, over there. She's very meticulous with her record keeping, and she was even showing me that she's got records going back as far as 2008. So she's been growing for a long time. And then this was the first section. So the first section I'm growing corn. Now this second section, I wanted to grow some squash, but I planted some squash. As you can see, there is a squash plant there, there's another squash plant there, another one there. So what I wanted this second area of my growing, I wanted to plant squash, but I had to think quickly because the squash bugs literally destroyed the squash seedlings. So as soon as they came out, there were a lot of squash bugs, and I can show you some. There's still some squash bugs, if you can see. I don't know if you can see right here. It must be like right there. This one dropped down, and you can see their eggs. These are the eggs for. So I'm gonna pull all these squash plants because they've just been destroyed. So I had planted this whole section with squash, and seeing that I wasn't going to get anything, I decided to plant tomatoes. So I planted some. I went into a hardware shop where they sell all the garden plants and stuff. So I bought some tomatoes. I think I got 2 plants there, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 tomato plants. And as you can see, the tomato plants are doing great. And I think I saw some tomatoes on one of them already. Look, yeah, there's a tomato there, but I just need to prune these tomatoes. Yeah, I need to prune them. I think this one is what am I growing here? It's a black cream tomato. So I've never grown that tomato before. I don't know what it's gonna look like. And what is this one? Let me see. And this one is a big rainbow. So it looks it's a heirloom big rainbow. So some of them are beginning to flower, so it means I'll be getting tomatoes soon. So this whole section up to here, I've been growing tomatoes. So and then in the middle part, I have some peppers. I already have 1 pepper there, and these peppers I just put them recently. Oh, there's a, and over here, that looks like a chili pepper. Look, you can see some peppers there already. I don't remember what that one is. And the tomato, let me see what tomato is this one. Oh, this is a beef master. It's a beef master. So I will need to prune these tomatoes. So I have to come with a scissors or something to prune them. And then I think yesterday, as I was going home, no, day before yesterday, I was talking to a Japanese lady, and she said she had some extra plants that she didn't know what to do with. So this is it. I think it's a tomatillo, but it's not exactly a tomatillo, but she said it's smaller and it's nice and sweet and orange. So I said, well, if she doesn't need any of those, I can put them in my garden. So she gave me 5. She wanted to give me more, but I took 5. So I planted 1 here and another one there. It looks a little bit dry, so I need to go and water. And another one there on the other side. So, and then what else do I have? In the middle here, I have some collard greens. They seem to be doing okay. These are the collard greens so far. I don't, just you need to constantly keep watering. But they seem to be doing okay. I'm hoping soon I'll be having a very good harvest. And over this area, I planted some peas, and they're coming up nicely. So I got peas here. They're coming up nicely. And yeah, then we come to this section. I've got like 3 lines, 1, 2, 3, and I planted some lettuce. So I think the lettuce I planted takes 45 days. As you can see, some of it is beginning to come out. Yeah, here is some lettuce coming out. Yeah. So this is what I have in my second growing area. So I got tomatoes, I got peppers, tomatillos, I have some collard greens, peas, and I do have some lettuce. I also have some other stuff that I need to plant that a friend of mine gave me at work, but I'm trying to figure out where I can plant it. So maybe I might clear a little bit of the wood chips. Yeah. And then we come to the last section. So in this area, I had planted cucumbers from right here up to here. So this was all cucumbers, but again, the squash beetles got everything. I don't know if I still have any cucumber plants left. Let me see. Oh, I have one cucumber here, this one, and it's looking like, you see, the seeds is just breaking off because of the squash bugs. And then I have another cucumber here, so I'm hoping this one will survive. So over here, I mean, I think this is Swiss chard. This is not mine. I think this is my neighbor 30C. And then we come to my onions. As you can see, the onions are doing great. I got plenty of onions. I think a friend of mine gave me these extra onions which he didn't need, so I had space, so I planted them right here. Those are my onions. And over here I have some beets. So I'm hoping, I've not been able to grow beets successfully, you know, so I'm hoping this year will be my first year. And I also planted some seeds right here, but they didn't come up. I had to replant the seeds again, and I can start seeing that some stuff is already coming up. So this is my allotment. It's really nice coming here after work, or whenever I have free time. I come here and I start watering, doing the weeds. So I mean, generally speaking, I've met a lot of people from, I mean, different parts of the world who have moved to the United States. So, and who are, you know, I've met retired people, young couples with children, and all that. So yeah, this is my allotment. So next year I hope I'm gonna come up with something better, but so far it looks like the corn is doing well, the tomatoes are doing well, everything seems to be doing fine. So it's just a matter of waiting, watering the plants, and you know, doing the weeding. All right, so these are some of my neighbors. I think this is a family of about 3 or 4. So they bought quite a number of allotments. I think they bought 28C, 27C, and yeah, I think that's 28B, and they're just doing it all together. So there you have it, folks. And I think over that side where I'm pointing is where we get the water from. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and please hit the subscribe button. And I mean, I will hopefully make another video in about 4 weeks time to show you what's happening in my garden. And so now I got to start, I got to do the watering, I got to get some mulch, and work in the garden. Thank you.